Good morning, St. Francis, and good morning, people of God. It is Thursday, the 16th day of October, 2025. It is Thursday of the 28th week of the year, the 28th week in Ordinary Time, counting down to the end of our church year. Today, the letter to the Romans continues. Again, Paul, in his aggressive state in many ways, trying to remind the Romans, and this is again, it's not Roman Jews only. Again, if it is Roman Jews at all, it seems to be a letter that's just written to this Roman Christian community that has come together, and so there is this necessity of acquainting this non-Jewish community, perhaps, or the bulk of this non-Jewish community, to what it is that Judaism understood as its relationship with God, and then from that to develop again now this understanding of the relationship of God through Christ, with everybody. And the thing about it that Paul is trying to get at today is within the ancient world, one's relationship to gods and goddesses was based mostly upon you get what you give kind of a thing, and sometimes it was trying to trick or manipulate the god or the goddess into granting wishes by pledging this or pledging that, or working for this or working for that, or trying to make the god happy by offering this or offering that, and these kinds of things like that. It was all a very kind of individualistic pursuit to be able to gain the favor of a god or goddess and thereby gain a better life. So competition in the area of religion was there. It did unite. It could identify a people, a nation, what have you, but it was mostly a lot of what's in it for me. What can I get from this god or this goddess? Paul is trying to destroy all of that and basically say that it is God who works with the initiative. God is the one who wants to bring together. God is the one who wants to unite. God is the one who wants people to be able to recognize the relationship, with this God and what this God has to offer. So again, it's this God who reaches out, not us reaching out to this God. And the whole question becomes, what is the role of belief, in a God? What is the role in belief in this God, whom Jesus of Nazareth has revealed differently than what the scribes and Pharisees or what some of Judaism has revealed? And that is the aspect of faith. Again, how powerful it is to see faith as a gift that allows us to be able to establish a relationship with God, and then through that faith, God is able to work to give us, greater meaning and greater hope in our lives. It's all that is necessary, is basically to believe. It is not through a series of prayers, through a series of incantations, even through a series of works, that one becomes better liked by God than anybody else. And that's an important thing to kind of recognize always. It's not about competition. And yet so many times, even today in Catholicism or Christianity, we can turn it into a competition, that my God is better than your God, or that I'm more liked by the God who is more like me than you are. And it's like, and this is not, it becomes a lunacy, it becomes an absurdity to approach God in that way, because again, we are trying to create God in our image rather than remembering the fact that we are created in God's image. And faith helps us to be more and more aware of that in our lives. In Luke's gospel, the great woes continue to the Pharisees and the scribes. Again, Jesus' critique of them in Luke is basically that they have stopped people from growing. It's almost as if they have kept them in infancy, because when you keep them in infancy, if you keep threatening them, with rules and regulations, well, then you can control them. And it seems that part of Pharisaical Judaism was about control, trying to control people, trying to make sure that things were done the best way that they thought was possible, which had some good points, but was not good all around. And Jesus is challenging that and calling them again on the hypocrisy with it all and the falseness of it all. Again, today in our own church, we have to make sure that it isn't just about following somebody's rules because his voice or her voice speaks louder than anybody else's. It's not about trying to keep us as infants so that we can be controlled, that quote unquote the faithful are children, and it is only our clergy or whatever it is that help us to grow and understand what it means to believe. Again, that works against us in the end. It doesn't allow for mature faith. It doesn't allow us to truly live what it is that we believe, because we are always dependent again upon another to keep guiding us. Again, the whole idea of faith is that it allows us in many ways to guide each other, and out of that guiding to produce abundant fruit. Blessed day, St. Francis and people of God. May the Lord give you his peace.